And Jesus said, get down on your knees and pray for forgiveness. Satan has corrupted your mind with his evil temptations.
In a few moments you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5.
My name is Tom Keating, and I want to give the world a wake-up call. We are in grave danger. There is a looming threat to every woman, man, and child on Earth today. And if we don't acknowledge and confront this menace, our civilization may be doomed. The source of this information comes from the memoirs of a man in black. The memoir names names, important names, a lot of them in high-level positions. If they find out about this, my crusade for one mankind, they're going to do everything they can to stop me from making it public. The information doesn't get out for the world to see and take seriously, it's going to be too late. All I can tell you is I'm scared to death about it. I love my country. This is my patriotic duty. I've got to do this. And besides, at my age, I've lived most of my life. I can take this chance. The hell with it. My name's Tom Keating, and I'm originally from New York City. I went to Pace University. After that, I spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, Vietnam vet. Here I am in North Hollywood, now I'm retired. Joe and I had a lot in common. He was retired, I was retired. We didn't have kids, no close relatives. Now, Joe was a recluse, but even so, he started opening up and confiding to me. I got to thinking of him more as a brother than anything else, and we became kindred spirits. Joe was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2013. Anyway, after he was diagnosed with that, he invited me over to his room. He told me, I go up there, he starts talking about how he worked for this super secret government agency back in the 1970s or something like that.
And Jesus said,
He himself as a man of black.
get down on your knees and pray for forgiveness. Satan has corrupted your mind with his evil temptations.
Taking all this medication, delusional.
In a few moments you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played by government personnel. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5.
He said it because he was having a crisis of conscience. He felt it was his duty and obligation to expose the fact that the human race was in great peril and danger because of what the government was doing. He had decided that he was going to write the numbers on the old manual typewriter. Remember those? That's what he wouldn't use emails, phone, no correspondence, no electronic. Didn't trust that at all. Otherwise, see who's being watched. Memoirs are not here. He's got it stashed in a separate place. And he didn't want to keep him anywhere near where he was because he knew that they would be looking for him. So he made arrangements and he had him in a different location. That's all I can say about it. Joe has a storage facility, but his memoirs are not in his storage. It's been searched thoroughly. When Joe died, I came down. Here you see, nothing here. Gone. But I know the memoirs weren't there.
Where are the memoirs now?
Well, I'm not going to be able to, I can't tell you that. Until I get a little bit better, make sure you like it, and we can talk about that a little more. But in the meantime, and that's also for your protection, by the way, as well as mine. If you know where they are, guess what? they're gonna be after you, even if you're not. And they know Joe and I were tight. We told them. They want to put two together. I don't have the training and the knowledge that Joe has. I'm a regular civilian. I don't know. I walk down the street. Everybody looks the same to me. I don't know. Well, I'm supposed to meet Joe for lunch. Call them. Text him. No answer. That's not like Joe. Okay, he's always on time, prompt. So right away, I'm concerned. So I decided to go up to the phone. So I come up here, ring the doorbell, bang on the door, no answer. Finally, I said, I really love this. So I get the manager, and go inside. And that's what we found. Lying dead on the couch. And then on top of it all, his apartment's a total mess. Everything all over it. I mean, it's ransacked. And I can't get that because I don't understand that because it's blocked from the inside. So here he is. He's dead. He's all ransacked, blocked from the inside. And Joe couldn't do it. He's too frail. He can't move all that stuff around. I say, it's those guys, they knew what he was doing. They were looking for the memoirs, and they went in, they ransacked. And the coroner says natural causes. But you know what? I don't believe that. I think he killed I don't feel safe anymore. I get the feeling that I'm always being watched. I travel to populated areas. The only way I can focus on my strategy is to release the memoirs in the right way. Every day I'm reaching out to the public, bloggers, conspiracy sites, trying to find someone, anyone who takes this seriously. The trouble is, the second I mention Man in Black, the door closes on me. I don't think most people think they ever existed, only in the movies. I'm getting desperate. I feel the walls closing in on me. If I'm going to do this, I got to do it fast. So if anything happens to me, nobody will know what lies ahead. Okay, they got to get this place cleaned up. She's coming up. Ann's the one I told you about. She doesn't approve of this whole thing. She doesn't like it at all. I met Joe through her. I knew Joe before she knew me. He needed a place to stay, so she knows an apartment in this building. So she's the reason this whole thing happened. Jan brought Joe over here. I never would have met him and never would have had this situation. Yeah, hi, Trudy. How you doing? How are you? And this is Robert Colson. He's the documentarian that's doing the film. So, okay, he's going to be asking us all the questions.
So if it weren't for me, Joe and Tom never would have met. Yeah, there was something about him. He seemed to have this dark side which frightened me. I've always been taught that I should follow my intuition, and this just didn't seem right. He could release them anonymously if it weren't for this documentary. Now, I know that's your job, and I respect you for that, but why does Tom...
As long as it's out in the open, it doesn't make any sense for them to do anything to me. So that's the reason why you got to do it this way. It's actually protecting you.
I don't see it that way.
As long as I have it.
And you have them.
Yes.
Please. I'm sorry. I have to go.
I had this dream the other night. I can't forget it. I was on this table, white table. The room was completely white all the way around. I couldn't move. My hands, my arms, my legs. I felt paralyzed.
So you think you can tell? Heaven from hell.
Figure appears, a man. He's in a dark suit.
Heaven from hell.
He was speaking at me, but I couldn't understand what he was
Blue
saying.
skies and
It
pain.
sounded like he was like when you hear people talking underwater. And it just felt like I was drugged.
Can you tell if you feel?
He takes his glasses off, he has his sunglasses on.
The cold steel rail.
His eyes were all black. I can't help but feel like some kind of a message. The dream was trying to tell me something.
Do you think you can tell?
Haunting me. Well, here's the bad news. You know, Ann puts my name in the search engine every day what she's worried about. So today, this link pops up. Look at this. This is from that documentarian that I hired before you. He says I owe him money, which I do not. So he posts this thing. This is a big, big problem. Burbank, California man named Tom Keating, who befriended an ex-man in black in the last year of his life. Oh yeah, great. This is what I use my name out there for everybody to know. Burbank, California man to unveil memoirs of an actual man in black. Documentarian Eric Hayes reached out to us with a story that could blow the lid off the lies and secrets of government has been concealing for all these years. Hayes claims that worked on a documentary on a Burbank, California man named Tom Keating, befriended an ex-man in black for the last 2 years. Following his 20 years of service as a scientist, he retired after the change of identity and became known as Joseph Spencer. Keating, the subject of the documentary, inherited expensive money following his death. He exposed the journal not only details his professional life as a man in black, but also names high-ranking individuals within our government. They also reveal accounts of the murders of noted ufologists, UFO witnesses, whistleblowers, abductees, and more. Hayes claims that the most shocking aspect of the universe is the revelation of the genocidal global cleansing that has already gone into effect, courtesy of the United States government and the elite secret society that rules every aspect of human existence. Hayes saw the memoirs firsthand and is convinced they are real. The real question to be asked is not when Keating would release this old trail of conspiracy disclosure, but rather why he hasn't done so already. I mean, why don't they just sign my death warrant? I mean, now everybody's gonna know who I am, and men in black pals or Joes are gonna come after me, I bet you. So I don't know what to do now. I think I should just send the memoirs to these guys and let them just get and publish them and just be done with them. And once they're out, I'm good. I'm fine. I don't have to worry about it. It's a real top secret experience. I'm going to make 2 copies of the memoirs. I'm going to send one to my friend in Colorado Springs. And I'm doing that because I want somebody else to have a set besides me. Just as a little bit of an insurance and backup if something happens. Yeah, and besides, nobody knows I'm sending it, so it'll just be between me and him. And this plan should work. And another reason why I'm doing this is because that site that posted that article about me, well, I sent them memoirs, and I thought for sure that they would publish them. I haven't heard a word from them, so I don't know what's going on with them. And not only that, I sent them to 2 other sites. Another site, I haven't heard anything from them either. Another site sent me a 1-word answer. Fake.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, oh, thank you. Here I go.
Happy birthday.
Brother, you just came from my birthday. You're going back to Vermont tomorrow. Hello, brother. This is Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Claire. And Ben.
One of my